Faith is so real. And it's even what we see around us on daily basis. I give you illustration. Please sit down. You came to church, sat down, on a chair you didn't check. That is faith. You remembered someone who is abroad, and then you say, let me call the person. You believe you can from here talk to someone in US, and the person will hear. That is faith. But the only thing is that this faith is in objects and not in the King of Kings. How did you believe that you could sit on a chair you didn't check, and you believe the chair can carry you, and you don't believe that a God of all grace can bear you in his hands? You have headache. You take up paracetamol. So I'm feeling headache. I know in the next 2 hours, this paracetamol will work and I'll be okay. That's faith. You go to the ATM booth and you slot in a card waiting for money. That's faith. You take your 10 million in cash and go to a place, they call it bank. A girl you have never met in your life. In fact, when you live there, you don't even know what again her face will be like. Or her face is like. You carry your 10 million, your hard-earned money. Just because you entered in that bank. And then people are queuing on a line. Do you know whether they are surrendered? When it's your turn, why are you here? You carry 10 million and give to the person. And you came back with a slip and you are happy. Faith that works looks like fraud. That's why following God looks like foolishness. You know the Bible said, they that are led by the Spirit are the sons of God. Not they that are led by senses. Because oftentimes, at all times, what your senses, your sensual capabilities attack God's spirit, the reasonings of God. That's why at Born Again, there is something the Holy Ghost did for us. He renewed our mind. So that we will no longer think like the world. We will think at the same frequency of God. How do you explain that a woman who never met any man carried a son? How do you explain that a man of a mass, certain mass, walked upon the waters? Peter said, Lord, if you are the one, call on me. And Jesus said, come. And then he stepped on the water and began to walk. But immediately he started reasoning with his physical senses. He saw the waves. He started sinking. Faith is an instrument of power. Grace is released, the direction of those that are faith-filled. Faith is the catalyst for divine grace. Grace is released, the direction of faith. It is not possible to be faith-filled and not grace-filled. What is faith? Simply believing that what God says he will do, he will do. Somebody say here. Believing that what God says he will what? He will do. What is faith? Faith is in believing in God even when you have not seen the outcome. Faith is believing in God despite the surrounding ugly circumstances. And I want you to know that the direction of your believing is the trajectory of your becoming. The direction of your believing is the trajectory of your becoming. Men arrive by their belief. blessed is she that shall believe, for there will be a performance of all, not some. So until there is faith, the performer God cannot perform. I've seen myself in the miry clay. I've seen myself in the deep waters. I've navigated through routes that killed men. And yet, my confidence has been that he who has started this good work will finish it. The faithless is the fruitless. To be fruitless is to be faithless. The faithless becomes the fruitless. Faith is an instrument of obtaining great report. For we know that by faith the elders obtained a good report. So every faith-filled man is a proof-filled man. Faith-filled men are proof-filled men.